Hey, what is up guys? It is Needle. Welcome back to my channel for a new video. Before the video starts, I just want to thank all of you guys for the ongoing support for the channel recently. Over the past month, there's been an influx of viewers and new subscribers, and it means the absolute world to me that so many of you are supporting what I do on YouTube, so I really just want to say thank you. It does mean a lot. That also means I'm bringing in a ton of new people that are to see my videos every day and may want to see some new content or some other kind of video ideas. So please, in the comment section below, if you're new to the channel, comment down below what you want to see next from me on my channel. I can do any kind of series, any kind of tip video, so feel free to leave that down in the comment section below. And also, even though the views and everything have been going crazy and so many new people have seen the videos, still only 5% of the people that watch my videos are subscribed. So please subscribe if you do enjoy the videos and want to see more. Today's video is going to be a really cool one. If you guys saw my previous video, it was my 1-year transformation on keyboard and mouse for Fortnite. I mentioned in that video how I haven't really made many videos on keyboard and mouse, so I kind of wanted to start putting out more videos for people that are looking to switch to keyboard and mouse or getting their first PC. So this is exactly what today's video is going to be. This is over a year's worth of tips that I really haven't made any videos on yet, so hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. And if you want to see more future content like this for Fortnite, if you're looking to switch to keyboard and mouse or you just want to get better, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Now, the first tip that I have for you guys is going to be in regards to your setup, because I know for myself at first I was really worried about what mouse should I get, what keyboard I should get. So I ended up getting just some stuff off Amazon. I got like a $20 Amazon mechanical keyboard, and I also was playing on some like really small Logitech mouse for I would say the first month or so on keyboard and mouse. And looking back at it, that mouse was not a very good fit for me at all. It was really small for my hand and I really was not that great on it, but for whatever reason, playing on a worse setup for me for the first month or so, I think actually got me a lot better. So when you can learn to get decent and actually get some kills on a setup of a keyboard and mouse that you're not good with and that is not comfortable for you, when you finally do upgrade and get a keyboard and mouse setup that is comfortable for you and is the right fit for you, you're going to be way better and it's going to be way more worth it. So at least that is my take. Understand that you can upgrade your setup over time, work on getting better at first and then upgrade your setup later, and it's going to be way more worth it in the long run. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is maybe controversial. I don't know how other people feel about this, but this was something that I feel like I did for a little bit too long at first on keyboard and mouse, which is just understanding the balance between playing in pubs and playing in creative matches. So what I mean by this is, at first, when you're first learning keyboard and mouse, you probably do want to be in creative, I would say the first weeks to the first month, learning how to build, getting a decent understanding of how like edits work on keyboard and mouse, and just getting better movement. All of that is going to be rewarded by sitting in creative and just learning how to do it, because at first your mechanics are going to be really bad. So that first month, I would say it is okay to go 1v1 against your friends and do a lot of zone wars and stuff like that. But after you do get to the point where you finally do have some decent mechanics, you can kind of hang with people in creative. I think right when you can do that is when you have to stop playing creative as much as you do. So you don't have to completely eliminate creative. Obviously you can still use it to warm up, get your aim right for the day or whatever you need to do, but over time I would try to really transition to only playing actual matches after that, whether that's scrims, just playing pubs, just playing solo arena. It's going to do way more for you for your game sense and just how you actually play, just because creative at the end of the day is not realistic. And that's something that I didn't want to realize for myself either. When you play in creative with your friends doing like box fights or whatever, everyone has the same mats, everyone has the same weapons, the fights are really fair. But when you jump into an online match, there's going to be some games where you have some really bad scuffed loot that you got to learn how to fight with and make do with, and there's going to be some games where you have better loot than other people and you're going to get easy kills. So just understand there's a big difference between how you play in creative and how you play online, and a lot of that has to also do with ping. When I play in online matches, I get like 35 to 40 ping, but sometimes in creative I'll get like 15 to 20 ping, so it really does feel like I'm playing a different game. Just understand creative is really good for learning your mechanics, but you also need to understand at the same time that if you actually really do want to get better at the game, you're going to want to play in real game situations. The next tip I have for you guys is going to have to be with how to address your weaknesses early on keyboard, because I do feel that it is very important. I know I was told when I was driving, the habits that you build when you first start driving are the habits that you have forever. I think the same goes for keyboard. So any bad habits that you have, bad tendencies that you kind of just keep doing over and over in the beginning, are most likely something that are going to stick with you on keyboard and mouse. And for me, in my experience, this was 100% to do with my aim. For whatever reason, I mentioned it in my last video, if you guys watched that, my aim the first week to first month was very horrendous. I don't know why, but I just couldn't understand the idea of aiming on keyboard and mouse. It was probably the hardest time on Fortnite that I had yet, especially coming from controller, where shotgun aim and stuff like that is difficult, but it's really not that hard. I was having an awful time on keyboard and mouse, so I realized this is something I'm always going to struggle with unless I go to address it right now, and that's what I did. I spent the first month when I was working on my mechanics, like I was telling you guys, really focusing a lot on my aiming over my building. I figured out how to build pretty quickly and it wasn't too big of an issue, and then I spent a lot of time after that practicing my aim, whether it's in-game creative aim trainers, and I spent a lot of time on Kovacs, which I'm actually going to talk about now because it's really important for anyone out there that also is struggling with aim. So what Kovacs is, for anybody out there that may not know, it is basically just a third-party application on Steam that is only dedicated towards aim training. Kovacs is strictly an aim trainer. The game has over like 3,000 or 2,000 different aim training scenarios. So the main goal with playing Kovacs is literally just pure aim and mouse control, which also brings up, is it worth it to play Kovacs over in-game creative aim trainers, because Fortnite does have Bloom? This is where it gets, a little weird. I think there's a little bit of a gray area. I do think it is important to practice your aim on Fortnite, whether it's like a Fortnite in-game creative aim trainer or just playing the game in general, because Fortnite does have its own Bloom, and Bloom is really weird on keyboard and mouse compared to controller. So it probably is going to help if you do some sort of like creative aim trainer just to practice like AR Bloom, but overall Kovacs is going to be way better for overall mouse control. For my shotgun aim specifically, I did a lot of like close range tracking to really get better at hitting people like that were barrel stuffing me in my face, because I feel like that's like kind of the hardest spot to aim on keyboard and mouse. I spent a lot of time practicing that on Kovacs, and it really had paid off. At this point, I have over like 6 days played on Kovacs, and I think it definitely shows in my gameplay when I'm watching myself play on keyboard and mouse. My aim is 100% my strong suit at this point, and not something that's like holding me back. So just goes to show, if you have a weakness, you can take care of it. In the early stages, it's going to pay off. In the long run, you can end up making it one of your strengths in your game. My next tip out there for anybody that just switched to keyboard and mouse is 100% make a new account right away when you start learning keyboard and mouse. The main reason that I did this, and I think everyone else should too, is just for the arena points. You're not going to want to play in your main account where you already have like 5,000 or 6,000 arena points. If you go into games against people who are already in champs and you're just learning keyboard and mouse, you're obviously not going to do good. So the point of making another account is it's basically like a fresh start, and you can really track your progress and see where you kind of get plateaued and stop getting points. So obviously in arena, the first couple of lobbies in open are going to be really easy. So those are also just fun games to play in general. You can probably get a decent amount of kills at first, but once you make it out of opens and get to contender, you're probably going to plateau and get stuck at like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 points, whatever it may be. That is a good reminder to let you know that got to keep grinding, you got to keep playing, but this is where you're at for now. And I think the end goal should obviously be champs. That's what I did. It took me about a season or so when I first switched to keyboard and mouse. I grinded a second account up, and I finally got a champs, and it felt so much better knowing that I earned champs on my own on keyboard and mouse, where I could have just went to my main and played arena on keyboard and mouse and just got good against those people to begin with. But definitely make a separate account to grind arena. It's going to be so much more worth it in the long run. The next thing I want to address is something that I was looking up a lot, and I know a lot of people comment this as well, which is like, how long does it actually take to get good on keyboard and mouse? Now, I will say it's going to be different for everyone in this situation. If you're somebody that had maybe switched over from console, or maybe you already play controller on PC, I think you guys are definitely at an advantage here if you already understand Fortnite a little bit. If you already understand like all the good builds that work, the peaks that work, stuff like that, because you already played it on console or controller, I feel like it's going to be easier for you guys to learn the game compared to someone that's just learning Fortnite and learning keyboard and mouse. So if you're somebody that, let's say you already played on console, you already play controller on PC, I think you could definitely get good within the first 2 to 3 months. For anyone else that's just learning Fortnite, they have never played it before and they're learning keyboard and mouse, I think for you, realistically, it's going to take over 3 months. I would say 3 to 4 months to really get the hang of it, but understand that it is going to happen. You're not going to be bad forever. There's going to be some days where you feel like you just can't do anything. Some days you're going to feel better than the others, but understand that if you do put 3 good months into learning keyboard and mouse, you're going to get pretty competent. You're going to get really good at it. So don't lose hope. I know at first it can be really easy to try to switch back to controller because you know you're better on that. Whatever it may be, just understand it's going to be a process. It takes about 2 to 3 months realistically, and have fun with it. Don't stress yourself out too much. Don't take yourself too seriously. It's supposed to be a fun learning process, getting to learn the new input. So yeah, make sure you have fun while you do it. Now, the last thing I wanted to touch on in this video, just because there's multiple games coming out, aka Valorant, which people are freaking out about and thinking are going to be the next big game. So if you do learn keyboard and mouse on Fortnite right now, not only is it going to be good for you on Fortnite, but you can use this for any shooter you have in the future. So not only have I started playing Fortnite on keyboard and mouse, but I play Call of Duty, I can play Counter-Strike now, I can play Overwatch, I can play all these other games and still kind of hang. And like I mentioned, Valorant is coming out in the summer, which everybody is hyped about. I'm hoping I can get myself a beta code today in a stream. So comment down below if you're hyped for Valorant, if you want to see me make videos on it, because I know on my Twitter, everyone is talking about how good it's going to be, and it looks like a really sick game. So let me know down in the comments below if I should make some videos on Valorant, make some tips and tricks for that. But But either way, that is going to be all for me, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video today. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did, subscribe, and turn on post notifications if you want to see more videos like this one. That's all for me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.